it's my channel, I'll do what I want. It's not going to be just video game content all the time. I got to diversify. It's not always going to be the same thing every time. It's going to be something different sometimes. I have varying interests. It's not all about video games. I just don't, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm doing a thing today, a different thing than I usually do. It's thoughts. Hey, it's the Afro Mauler. It's going to be a thoughts video, talking about Marvel's Avengers and Wandavision. And I don't just do video games. I love video games, but I also love other forms of entertainment media. And I'm not gonna create a side channel or a secondary channel. That's just ridiculous. Why would you do that? So it's all going on one channel. Whatever I do, no matter what, it's my platform to speak about things that interest me, and that's what I'm using it for. So, without further ado, hey, it's the Afro Mauler, and today I'm going to be playing some Marvel's Avengers and talking about WandaVision a little. So the first thing I will say is that the words coming out of my mouth will not match the gameplay that you are witnessing on the screen. So let's start this conversation with a little bit of information, and I will give you a little bit of background about why I'm making it. So EA and BioWare shut down Anthem. And it's kind of made people wonder if the same is going to happen with the Marvel Avengers game, because the player base is not where it would probably need to be. Now, the support is incoming. The DLC Hawkeye will be releasing very shortly in this month. And it kind of, that combined with the closing of Anthem, inspired me to make a video wondering, will this game be able to pick up the pieces? Things I think that it could do is try and find a way to make the cosmetics a little more integral to your character rather than just being just numbers when you equip. When you pick up a piece of equipment, it's just a number. It's not even represented on your character at all, and that's very disappointing for this game. And it's just so much potential. I think this just became a button mashy beat 'em up that really could have had a lot more potential in it. I do like the game. I just stopped playing it when I got to a part within the game where I had to acquire an item by grinding, and this is in the story mode. You had to get to this point where you have to defeat an enemy several times. I understand the concept of grinding. I just don't feel that it has any place in a story-driven game, aside from JRPGs, where it's just something you don't really expect from this game, and it comes at you kind of in this story moment. I didn't even beat the game because I just never got past that part, and it just disappointed me enough to keep me away. I did find the game enjoyable, and I have come back to it now and then to try and acquire this various item, and I believe I eventually got it because I have gotten to be able to go into the last mission. I just have not completed the game as of yet. I'm just not really looking forward to the grind and just the basicness of it all. It just could have had a lot more depth, a lot more involvement, player agency, and such. I just feel like a lot of wasted potential with Marvel's Avengers, and could have been so much more. And I really do like the game though. So I think they could have implemented maybe making your own character somehow, picking from a set of options or for powers, and I mean, on one hand, I know you come to an Avengers game to play as the Avengers. On the other hand, you could have done like a DC Universe Online style thing where you fight alongside them, or maybe even a combination where when you go into the online section, you get your own character that you can customize with all your own powers and all your own gear that is represented on the actual character, that would have been nice to see. That would have been a cool way to do it. So now, during the second part of the video, I'm going to talk a little bit about Wandavision. So, I'm recording this on Thursday, the Thursday before the finale, the last episode of Wandavision. And like I said in the intro, it's not just going to be about games, guys. I'm going to talk a little bit about whatever's on my mind in the thoughts videos. But when I do my gameplay videos, it's still going to be about the game. So WandaVision, man, what a wild ride. I don't think anybody expected this to come out as such a breakout hit. It was kind of like everybody was a little more excited to see what was going to happen in Black Widow, and then with the coronavirus and 2020 going down the way it went with everything, and now we're in 2021, and yeah, man, WandaVision really was a big surprise to me. I was not expecting to be as involved in the story, trying to piece together all the little parts and trying to solve the mysteries. I mean, at one point, I had a theory that it was the Skrulls. I thought that would have been cool. They're not doing that. They're just going with a different thing. It's more witchcraft. I'm not going to spoil what's going on too much. I'm just going to talk about my thoughts on the show. But I really do like that they paid such really good attention to the movies, and I like how they're playing everything. It's great. I do wonder, like a lot of other fans, is this gonna lead to them bringing in other properties outside of what the MCU had before all the deals got signed and all the paperwork got shuffled in? I mean, we've been hearing we won't really see the X-Men until like 2023. Even though we did see one this year, right? In a Marvel, in an MCU property, we got a Fox character kind of cameoing. We're still not sure, as a fan base, what's going on with that character. Is he permanently here? Is he going away? We'll find out tonight. For those of you who stay up really late, I will be coming home from work probably at 1 in the morning, so I will not be watching WandaVision until Friday morning. I might do a video on my thoughts on how they end it. I mean, obviously there's going to be a big confrontation between all the characters, which I am super excited to see. It's been building to this. The question is, are they building into the X-Men and Fantastic Four coming into the MCU proper? It'd be a good way. I mean, it's going to happen eventually. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness comes out in 2022, I believe. So we have to wait a while. The next thing we get is Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then Black Widow, and then I think maybe Shang-Chi or What If come out sometime around after that. Loki's in there also, so we're going to get some time travel shenanigans in there. So it's really cool what Marvel is doing. I just wish they do better on the games front. I'm going to wrap it back around to games, because I really wish they do better on the games front. Like, they are so successful with their comics, yeah, and their television and their movies, and then their games. And then the games is kind of like, man, why is it so hard to make a decent superhero game? It's not. I mean, Rocksteady cranked out 3 of those bad boys, 3 Arkham games, and now we're getting what are they doing? A Suicide Squad thing and a no, are they doing the Suicide Squad thing, or is, I think they're doing the Suicide Squad thing, and the Montreal team is doing the Gotham Knights thing. So I mean, it's weird, right? Like, DC movies don't do well, Marvel movies do well. The comics, they're about even-ish. Television, I mean, you can say what you want about the CW, but you know, I mean, it's there. You know, compared to what Marvel has on TV, which is like one show right now, WandaVision. I didn't actually catch Hellstrom. I should probably watch Hellstrom at some point. I feel like I didn't watch any of the Hulu series. I didn't watch Runaways. I didn't watch Cloak and Dagger. I did not watch Hellstrom. I did not watch any of the Hulu stuff, which is which I gotta get to. I did watch all the Netflix stuff. I liked all of the Netflix stuff. Even Iron Fist had its moments, guys. Come on, don't be so hard on Iron Fist. Like even Iron Fist had its moments. So it's kind of weird to see like how DC Comics does better kind of in the gaming section, and I wonder if that's because they're really backed by WB, which has a lot of great game studios under its umbrella, whereas Disney really doesn't. What they have? Do they even have a games division anymore? They got rid of Disney Interactive, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they did. I don't know if Disney has a dedicated games division because they kind of outsource all their games. Like this is done by Square Enix. I don't think Disney owns Square Enix as of yet. I might want to check that on my phone. I'm not going to do that right now. Just Disney owns Square Enix. No, I don't think they do. Anyway, it's just weird to see like the one area where they aren't as successful is games, and it, you know, I guess it's just because like I mentioned, it's just the Warner Brothers association with their game. They have their own gaming studio, really, a WB Games section, which also did the Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor games. Another great game series they released. And I wonder if they're the ones doing the Harry Potter thing. It's coming out sometime next year. This year? Next year? I don't know. Not really into Harry Potter. Not here to talk about Harry Potter. Here to talk about Marvel and their games and what's going on with them. Like, yeah, they just, I don't know. I don't know what they need to do. Just make a better game, I guess. Man, this game had so much potential. Could have been so much better than mediocre. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying the samey enemies, the button mashiness, the only thing worth coming for is like the story, and that's like a B plus. Like it's a B plus story. You know, it's not bad. It's passable. It's, you know, it puts you in the world, gives you a great lens to view it through. You really understand why the characters are beloved and are, you know, a sight to behold in this. It's just, man, what could have been a really awesome Marvel game with tons of characters and a big fan, you know, support has just, you know, just been plagued by glitches and just a lot of craziness. Just, well, as I get closer to wrapping this up, I just want to say thanks to everyone who puts up with all these weirdness and randomness, and I don't always post videos, but I'm going to try and post a little bit more. So, as I mentioned, I am the Afro. These have been my thoughts on what is to be the fate of Marvel's Avengers. It's getting continued support, more DLC incoming. Hopefully they can add some kind of better variety in there with enemies and gameplay elements. As for Wandavision finale, well, I'm excited to see where we go, guys. I'm ready for the roller coaster. I'm, you know, ready to see what's going to happen. The final battle is upon us, and yeah, it's going to be a sight to behold. So, on that note, I want to thank you all once again for clicking on the video. Please leave any thoughts you have on my annoying voice or the insanity of how often I upload, or what am I really doing with all this content. Whatever you want to feel like commenting in the comment section, please do. Click all the buttons if you feel like it. You certainly have no obligation to me. Anyway, appreciate the view. Thank you. Have a good one. Peace, and I'm out.
got Fury.